Welcome children to the new video of Moral Science chapter number 13, Being Free. In this chapter you have studied the importance of having freedom in life. Freedom, children, comprises of there are many kinds of freedom. It is physical freedom, mental freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of sharing your thoughts with others, even the freedom of sharing your objects, sharing your possessions with others. So, in this chapter, you have studied the importance of freedom, and it is a poem by Rabindranath Tagore in which he wishes the freedom for his motherland. And this poem was written while India was under the British rule. At that time, people suffered too much in India by the tyranny of the British rulers. And this poem will inspire you how to think freely, how to act freely, but please be very much aware of your limitations as a human being. If you don't cross your limitations, your freedom will be very much valuable to you, very much fruitful for you. But if you cross your limitations, children, that freedom which you have will at a certain time be taken away from you, that's for certain, by your elders or by nature itself. So do not uh, take advantage of your freedom. So, this chapter I am introducing you through fill in the blanks. Let us start with number one. Freedom is a necessary requirement for one to achieve one's dreams and aspirations. So, the most necessary requirement is freedom. Freedom gives one the strength to be oneself. If you have no freedom, you will feel like a bonded person under bondage. In his poem, Tagore wishes for freedom from fear for his motherland. Freedom from fear. The people in India had been very fearing. The people were fearful of the British. And Tagore wished that people would be free from the fear of the British. In the poem, the burden of the ages refers to the hardships of the times. The poet in the poem compares destiny to the misrule of the oppressive rulers. Definitely, the British rulers were not at all soft towards the people of India, and he compared the destiny. He used the word destiny because people thought that being oppressed is their destiny, and they did not want to raise their voice against them. And then we had Gandhiji and many other rulers, many other patriots who inspired the people of India to raise their voices, to act against the British, and not to think as bondage to be their destiny. The master of the show is the person who controls the dash, who controls the movement of the puppets. I hope you have seen the puppet shows. In the puppet show, there is a person who, by the help of his fingers, he strings up the puppets and he moves the puppets in such a way as he desires. So the master of the show he is called. In the poem, mimicry of life refers to the copy of life. It is just a copy, a duplicate copy of life, a ditto of the life. One can achieve freedom from fear by discovering the dash, discovering the freedom of mind and spirit. The worst kinds of bondage are the fear of power and the fear of one's enemies. If you have the fear of power, some particular person is in chair, he is in power. If you fear that power, that is the worst kind of bondage. Another kind of bondage is if you fear your enemy. So do not fear your enemy, but you dare to think of how to challenge or how to face your enemies. Life of dash is also a kind of bonding. So, according to Tagore, if you live a life of comfort and luxury, you are also bonded under that comfort and luxury. Those comforts and luxuries which you enjoy in life will never let you be free or think out of the box. Aspirations and dreams give a new meaning to the life and a direction to the life. One should not have everything to one should not leave everything to fate. It is indignified to let somebody else control your life and thoughts. It is very much indignified, really, to let somebody else control your life and also to control your thoughts. The opposite of freedom is bondage. According to Thucydides, the secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. Yes, dear children, if you are courageous enough, if you can speak daringly in the face, in the eyes of the enemy, if you can see in the eyes of the enemy, if you can face your enemy, if you can face your fear, that is the first enemy, then you will win half the battle and you will definitely feel a freedom, a sort of freedom, and only then you can be free. Thank you. Revise well.